The moon hung low, casting an eerie glow over the abandoned village. Twisted trees lined the empty street, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out. Crumbling houses stood silently, windows like vacant eyes. A chilling breeze whispered through the village, carrying the scent of decay and the weight of forgotten secrets. The village of Silent Hollow had been deserted for over a century, abandoned after a mysterious plague swept through. No one dared to enter, fearing the whispers of ghosts and the shadows that danced in the moonlight. The village stood frozen in time, a haunting reminder of the fragility of life. Ali, a young researcher with a thirst for the unknown, was drawn to Silent Hollow. He had heard the whispers, the legends of the village frozen in time. Clutching his notebook and flashlight, he stepped across the invisible boundary, the silence closing in around him like a shroud. He wasn't afraid. He was determined to uncover the truth behind the whispers, to separate fact from folklore. He believed that the village held a story waiting to be told, a mystery hidden beneath the dust and decay. He was determined to be the one to uncover it. The silence of the village was unsettling. It pressed in on Ali, amplifying every creak and groan of the decaying buildings. His flashlight beam danced across the dusty street, revealing something unexpected: footprints. Fresh footprints, as if someone had walked there recently. He followed the trail, his heart pounding in his chest. Who else would be in this deserted place? The footprints led him through the village, past the empty houses and the crumbling well, toward a large ruined building at the far end. A sense of unease settled over Ali. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. The building was a church, its steeple cracked and crumbling, stained glass windows long gone. Ali pushed open the heavy wooden door, its hinges groaning in protest. The interior was dark and musty, filled with the remnants of a life long gone. Broken pews lay scattered across the floor, covered in dust and cobwebs. The air was thick with the scent of decay and something else. A faint, sweet aroma that sent a shiver down Ali's spine. He cautiously made his way down the aisle, his flashlight beam illuminating faded murals on the walls, their colours muted with time. Section 5. A Glimmer in the Dark. As Ali reached the altar, he noticed something out of place. A faint glimmer of light flickered in the darkness behind the crumbling altar. He slowly approached, his hand trembling slightly as he reached for his flashlight. His heart pounded in his ears as he shined the light into the darkness. There, partially hidden by shadows, stood a figure. A tall, thin figure draped in a dark cloak, its face obscured by the hood. The figure turned towards Ali, and he could have sworn he saw a pair of glowing red eyes staring back at him. Section 6. Leave this place! Fear gripped Ali's heart, sending a jolt of adrenaline through his veins. He stumbled backward, his foot catching on a loose floorboard. As he fell, he heard a voice, low and menacing, echoing through the empty church. "Leave this place," the voice hissed. "Leave now while you still can." Ali scrambled to his feet, his flashlight rolling away into the darkness. He fumbled for his backup flashlight, his hands shaking so badly he could barely grip it. He flicked it on, the beam cutting through the darkness, but the figure was gone. Section 7. The Disappearance. Ali ran. He didn't look back. He raced through the ruined church, his heart pounding in his chest. He burst out into the night, the cool air stinging his lungs. He didn't stop running until he was out of the village, the trees of Silent Hollow receding into the darkness behind him. He never returned to Silent Hollow. The memory of that night, the chilling voice, the glowing eyes haunted his dreams. He tried to tell others of his experience, but they dismissed it as a hallucination, a trick of the mind. Section 8. The Unsolved Mystery. But Ali knew what he had seen. He knew the danger that lurked within the silent village. And he knew that the mystery of Silent Hollow, the mystery of the footprints, the sweet aroma, and the chilling warning remained unsolved. The village stood silent, a haunting reminder of the unknown and the unseen forces that may lurk just beyond our perception.